Okay, I have I've read a lot on social media, crazy things, crazy, very crazy things on social media, and it's really funny reading a few of them and all that. But I just want to give an opinion of the on this. And recall, I have done the 8 points misconduct that was brought against the governor, but I'm going to explain a few things to us about. I've also read the orders of the court, and as well as have read a letter to the chief judge. Now, let me say this clearly. Based on section 188 sub 10, no court, no court, I emphasis on no court has powers to stop an ongoing impeachment process. No court has powers to stop an ongoing impeachment process. So the decision of the court to grant an interim order restraining the chief justice chief judge of River State to set up a settlement panel was done par incuria, clearly par incuria. However, like I keep saying, it is an order of court. And every order of court, no matter how useless, no matter how stupid, no matter how foolish it sounds, it is an order of court. Until has been set aside by the same court itself or by a superior court, it remains an order of court and must be obeyed. Must be obeyed. This particular order, no matter how bad it is, it's not a good order. It's not a good thing. It's a defecation on our constitution. A clear-cut defecation on our constitution by the High Court judge. But it was given by a High Court judge. The best people like us can do is to criticize the judgment or the order. But it's an order of court and must be obeyed. So all parties must obey the order accordingly. But that order is not in line with the spirit and letters of Section 188 of the Constitution. So Section 188 sub 10 of the Constitution. It defeats it clearly. This goes further to show how the courts have also contributed to the crisis that are continuing to be deviled River State. I keep talking about it. It shows how the courts have continued to also join in the crisis that have bedeviled River State. But I urge the Chief Judge of River State to obey the order of court. It's an order of court. It is sad that such an order came, but it's an order of court. It has to be obeyed. All parties must also obey it. But that order is, by my own interpretation, against the spirit and letters of the founders of our constitution. But because we want to protect our democracy, because we want our democracy to work, because we also want the judiciary to still seemingly remain independent, orders of court must be obeyed. Because it obviously negates provisions of our constitution, it does not mean that we would have to disobey. The moment we start disobeying orders of court, it creates for anarchy. That is why we criticize it. That is why we're allowed to criticize these orders, because it was not given in the best interest or in the recognition of Section 188 sub 10 of the Constitution. So I urge all parties, no matter how bad it is, it's an order of court. Let's look for a way to deal with it. Because this issue, it was done by incuria. The order was reached by incuria. The judge did not avert his mind to Section 188 sub 10. And that's caused grave injustice in our state. However, it's an order of court. It has to be obeyed. And because it has to be obeyed, all parties must flow by it, including the Chief Judge of River State. And I know that my Lord, the Chief Justice, knows that orders, of course, must be obeyed. Because my Lord, the Chief Justice, have also encouraged us to obey orders of court. It is sad, but justices and justice of the High Court must be called to order. Must be called to order. And see beyond whatever politicians are doing. We must not destroy this country because we want to protect one interest or the other. We must put the interest of this country and this state above our personal interests. We must put it above our personal interests. I don't care who's us will be God. We must put the interest of this state above our affairs. This judgment or this order was reached clearly by Korea. By Korea. It's a sad one for our democracy. However, it's another of God. We have to obey it. Thank you.